Hey, what's up you guys? So today I'm going to be doing my Halloween look. I'm being Jojo Siwa for Halloween because she's just so sparkly and rainbowy and glittery and like, I love that. I have like literally her jacket from her clothing line. I bought this like a few years ago, but I was like, this is literally perfect for a costume. I already put my hair up with a bow. And I know she doesn't really paint her nails, but like just fun nail colors. So I'll also pop up a picture of what I'm like basing my look off of. Just like she's done many different makeup looks. So this is the one that I'm basing mine off of today. Okay. So I'm going to start with just like foundation. Because I look tired as heck. I've been up since 4:30 because I have a really bad headache. So, very tired. So, my foundation is from Wet n Wild. But I hated the thing, like the container that it was in, so I put it in a little jar. And I'm also going to do, like normally I only put foundation where you would put concealer. Angel's drinking water back there. You can't see her, but in case you hear drinking noises, that's my cat. Normally I only put foundation on places that I would want to like do concealer on, because I don't do full foundation because I don't like the way it feels. But I'm going to be doing foundation over where I'm going to be doing the big rainbowy patch, because I feel like it'll stick better if I do that. So, I gotta decide what side I want it on. Do I want it on this side or this side? I think I'm gonna do it on my right side because I'm right-handed. So, let's do that. So, I'm looking at my reference picture. It's kind of like all the way like there-ish. And like on her cheek. Come here! Come here. In case you guys were wondering, Angel's gonna be Bobo. Does Bobo even is Bobo even alive anymore? That was Jojo's dog. I feel like I haven't seen Bobo in like a really long time, so I don't know if Bobo's still alive, but that's what Angel's being. Okay. So, just gonna blend it all out with my foundation brush. This Wet n Wild foundation is really good because it's like a really good match for my skin. I just don't particularly care for it in other ways. Like, it doesn't, like, it smells weird. Like, not like weird like it's expired weird, just weird as in like, it's like not scented, so it just smells like the product. If that makes any sense. Okay. I look so much more awake. Okay. So now, I'm going to use my loose powder. Yeah, I guess. I was like, should I put powder over here? Because I'm going to put colors here. But I think I should because I'm going to have to blend the colors into each other. And I feel like it'll blend better if I have powder over it first. So we will see. Okay, that was dumb. There's like a cloud of powder in here. Okay. Now, I guess I'm gonna do blush and highlighter on this side where it's not the big patch of rainbow. So I'm gonna use this palette from Blink. And she does like very light blush, I feel like. If she even did any at all, it's hard to tell because her face is like this way so you can see the rainbow and not really the other side. But I'm gonna do this light pink. What are you doing, Angel? Oh, I almost put it on the wrong side. It's hard to like think lately. Like keep my mind on track of what I'm like doing. And then I'm gonna use this as my highlighter. Just on this one side. Okay, if you drink any more, you're literally going to throw it up. Okay, I'm going to do my eyebrows now. So I'm using the brow definer from Mellow. feel like my eyebrows have been pretty chill lately. So all morning, like I've been up since like 4:30, but like all morning I felt like my blood sugar was crashing. Like you kind of get like a little bit like shaky and maybe like lightheaded or dizzy, and that could be because, you know, like I haven't eaten since dinner. But I had breakfast and it still feels like my blood sugar's crashing and I still feel shaky. And I'm like, that's kind of concerning. Like, I don't know what that's about. So I'm just like, all morning. Like, literally, I thought it was my blood sugar, but now I don't think it is, just because I ate food. And I had orange juice. That's usually what I like drink if I feel like my blood sugar's like crashing. Which apparently, my blood sugar crashing could be like a sign or a symptom of one of the million things that's like wrong with me that we don't know is wrong with me yet. I'm going to a rheumatologist in December to try to figure out what the heck is wrong with me. I'm using clear brow gel from Anastasia. Or, you know, maybe I could just be like on the verge of a panic attack, so that's fun too. This has been like the most anxious month that I've had in like a couple of years. Like literally. Haven't been sleeping good, haven't been eating good, haven't been doing really anything good. Because I'm just like anxious as heck. Okay, like, I feel like it's like hard to take deep breaths because it just feels like my chest is tight 24/7. Which also is concerning because I just went to the doctor and had blood work done. They're like, oh, you have high cholesterol and all these other things that could possibly be heart disease, which my dad has and which his dad had. So now I'm like, I could just have a heart attack and drop dead now. So that's another thing contributing to all this. I'm going to use the Thank Me Later eye primer from Elizabeth Mott on my eyes. It's like every time I go to the doctor, there's like more and more things wrong. I'm like, that's great. Still don't know what's wrong with my kidneys either, so that's also great. Okay, so the palette that I'm using today is the Birds of Paradise from Makeup Revolution, because these have excellent rainbow colors. Instead of doing her eyes how she did her eyes, I'm gonna do them a different way. Can you like see my hand shaking? Like I swear my hand is shaking. I'm just gonna do rainbow eyes. I'm not necessarily going to follow her eyes, but I'm going to follow how she did her rainbow on the side of her face. Here we go. So here, let me just tell you the plan. Okay, so rainbow eyes, great. And then I have this eyeshadow from Naked Cosmetics, and it's not even, I know it looks tan, but it's more just shimmer. So I'm going to put that over these colors because the colors are mostly matte, but I want it to be shimmery. I'm also going to put this all over my face. And if that's not shimmery enough for my face, I have this like glitter gel stuff that I could put on if I need more glitter. So that's the plan. I'm going to take this orange. That's going to be like my main eyelid shade. Look how vibrant that is. I love it. Halloween is like my favorite holiday because I love an excuse to do awesome makeup. Comment down below what you're being for Halloween this year, because I'm curious. I always have like such a hard time deciding what I'm gonna be for Halloween, but when I was like thinking about this year, I was like, oh my gosh, it should be Jojo Siwa because I have her jacket. And I just love like her whole vibe, like the sparkliness and the rainbowiness, like I just love all that. Now I'm going to take this pink. I'm doing pink for my rainbow instead of red. This pink as my outer corner color. Oh my goodness, it's so pink. So I guess I'll give you guys like a low-key health update. Like, okay, I have messed up kidneys and kidney issues and kidney stones, lots of kidney stones. And here's the thing. It's like, I have a kidney doctor, I have a urologist, I have all the doctors that I would ever need. And it's like every time I go to the doctor, they do more and more tests on me to try to figure out what is causing my kidney stones, which we found out it's actually probably not my kidneys causing it. So that it's like, I think I know what's wrong with me, and then I go to the doctors, and then I find out that it could be like 8 million other things that I didn't even know could be wrong with me. And it's like very frustrating, because it's like every time I go to the doctors, then it's like more and more things I find out that could be wrong with me instead of what I thought was wrong with me. I'm going to take this yellow as my inner corner shade. Like, first we thought I had medullary spongy kidney disease, which is just like a birth defect of your kidneys and causes you to make kidney stones. And in that case, you can't really do anything about it because it's a birth defect. But we have found out that it is not that. So, like, on the one hand, it's good because the things that it could be, or the things that we think it is right now, are treatable. So I am not just doomed to have kidney stones for the rest of my life if we can figure out what the heck is wrong with me. But it's like, I almost just wish it was medullary spongy kidney disease, because then I could be like, okay, I know what it is, I'm doomed, the end, deal with it. But it's just like so stressful and so tiring to be like, okay, I think I know what's causing my kidney stones, and then go to the doctor and be like, well, now it could be this. Like, and then I went to my, like, primary doctor for a physical, using this green. And, okay, so originally we thought the next potential thing that might be wrong with me that's causing my kidney stones is this thing called sarcoidosis. It's like an inflammatory autoimmune disease thing. When I went to my primary doctor, she was like, you know, maybe it could also be like you're allergic to gluten or dairy, who knows? And I'm like, oh my goodness. So, it's just so frustrating when you have things wrong with you and you don't even know what the heck is wrong with you or how to fix it. I'm going to take this blue now. And like, to think you're on the right path to figuring out what it is, and then you go to the doctor and they're like, actually, it could be like a million more things. So that's really frustrating. So, kind of feeling doomed in the kidney department lately. But, you know, that's life. And I'm going to use this purple. And now it's like, oh, you might have heart disease potentially in the future and high cholesterol. And now it's like, oh, I could just drop dead. That's comforting. Just my health is just really stressing me out. So, and like, there's nothing that I can do because I don't even know what's wrong with me. So, kidney stones are getting slightly better because I've been on prednisone, which is lowering the amount of kidney stones that I make because I'm just a frickin' kidney stone factory of death. Okay, here's my eyeballs. Should title this video, "Watch Me Get Ready to Be Jojo Siwa," as I talk about my dark, depressing life issues. Okay, so now I'm going to take this pigment, which, by the way, I hate loose pigments because they get everywhere, especially sparkly ones, and just put that all over my eyes. Oh, I don't even know what brush I should use for this. I'm literally just gonna have sparkles all over my face at the end of the day. I just know it. And you know what? That's not a bad thing because I'm being Jojo Siwa and she's all about those sparkles. But sparkles are just so hard to like get rid of, you know? Like, alright, oops. Here's like the funny thing too. It's like, so all of this stuff that's stressing me out, it's not just my health, it's also like family stuff and like I have to get a job and like all this stuff. So, there's sparkles everywhere. So it's like now, took myself off my anxiety meds because I was like, I'm not in school anymore. And school was like a major trigger for me. So I was like, let's try life without Lexapro. Oh, now we're going to do the rainbow. There's a feather on my finger. What the heck? So, of course, now I'm off the Lexapro. So now it's like just extreme anxiety. Which, you know what? I would have been fine if I didn't go to the doctor and find out that I have all these things wrong with me now that, like, you know, could have a heart attack. And now could possibly have even more things wrong that are causing my kidney stones. And then if, like, all the family stuff didn't happen, I'd be fine. I'd be great. I was, like, thriving before. I was doing great. It was so weird. And now I'm just, like, really not doing well. I'm gonna start with the yellow just so that, because the yellow is, like, in the middle. And I want to just get, like, a good center part going here. Okay. So I can, like, visually, like, make sure I'm, like, doing this good. So I'm anxious as heck. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, I've been anxious a lot in my life. I have an anxiety disorder. So I know how to cope with it pretty well. But it is presenting as physical symptoms. And it's like, okay, are these symptoms because of something that's wrong with me? Or are they just because of my anxiety? And I am having a hard time, like, differentiating between, okay, what's caused by my anxiety, what's caused by my whatever's wrong with me that's causing my kidney stones. So that's the only thing about that that's really annoying. I'm just gonna have a big rainbow on my face. Should I be making these colors bigger? Or is it, like, good? I feel like I should be making them bigger. Here's the good news, though. Good news is that my friend Sumaya is gonna come visit me, and we're just gonna chill and hang out and try to de-stress. So, I don't think I've seen my friend Sumaya since, like, I don't know, 2015 or something, 2016, I'm not sure. So that'll be nice. I've been friends with her since kindergarten, so we've known each other for a really long time. Oh my gosh, I wonder if this is going to stain my skin. And if it does, that's going to be really awkward. Oh well. So, that's what's new in my life. It's, like, weird though, because now, like, I feel very much like my 2016 self, and I was about, like, 17, I guess, during that year, and that was, like, the worst time in my life ever, like, just mental health wise, like, really, really bad. So I'm, like, feeling very similar to how I felt back then, just because of how anxious I am and whatever. And it's weird because, well, now I know how to deal with it better, because I've dealt with it since then. So I feel like I can hide it better. But I don't know, it's just interesting to, like, compare myself now to compare myself back then and to how I was feeling and whatever. Like, for example, I'm getting, like, panic attacks now. That's fun. But I feel like I can hide them so well. Like, not that I didn't hide them well before, but I just feel like I'm, like, really experienced at hiding them now. For example, I had one when I visited Becca. She had no idea. I, like, Snapchatted her, like, after I left her house, and I was like, hey, guess what? I had a panic attack while I was there, and I want to know if you can, like, guess when it was. And she couldn't. Like, it took her a couple of guesses to, like, figure out when it was. I was like, ooh, I'm really good at hiding it then. So I guess that's good. Because I guess that means I handle it well. I don't know. But I also just feel, like, really depressed. Because anxiety just makes me depressed. Because it makes me frickin' miserable. But I've decided that's okay. Because I'm more inspired to do things when my mental health is tanking Like, I just have more inspiration for everything and anything. So, like, I'm writing a book right now. A book that I'm gonna publish on Amazon in the future. And I just have so much inspiration because my mental health sucks. And I just get inspiration, and I get inspired when my mental health sucks. And I would prefer to be anxious and depressed, but be inspired to do things, than not anxious and have no inspiration to do anything. Like, when I'm anxious and depressed, I'm at my most creative point. So, ultimately, that's why I've decided to not go back on Lexapro, despite how anxious I am. But, so that's what I've been doing. I've been working on a book. Book. And, like, that's, like, a great way to just have, like, an income. Like, once you write the book and you, like, self-publish on Amazon, the work is done. And then whoever buys it and reads it, you'll just make money off of that. And once the book is done, you're done, and you will just continue to make money off of that. So that's not gonna be, like, my job. Like, I'm looking for, like, a legit job, but just as something to do, because I really like to write. And that's actually what I did when I was 16, 17, 18. I wrote tons of fan fiction as a way to cope with my mental health. And some of my greatest fan fiction was written during that time of my life. And it's actually kind of scary to go back and read that stuff, because just to see what a bad place I was in. I'm gonna go in with this first, because this is like a gel. Ooh, weird. Oh, I'm kind of scared now. And then put the sparkly stuff over that. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes the greatest art can come out of just a bad place. And that's what I'm doing right now. Like, and it's great. As bad as it sounds, it's great, because I just feel so inspired to do things now. Like, before, it was like a couple of years since I made any covers on YouTube. Like, I used to do covers all the time. But since I was just, like, content with life and not as anxious, I, like, wasn't really doing many covers. I hadn't done a cover in, like, 2 years. But I really enjoy music, and I'm more motivated to play music and write music or cover songs or whatever when I'm not mentally at my best. And I've decided, you know what? I'd rather take being not mentally at my best, but still doing music and stuff. Is that, like, good? Like, how does that look? It's not very, like, sticky. Like, I feel like I need, like, some Vaseline or something, because it's kind of dry. And, like, another thing I've been, like, really into right now is Dear Evan Hansen. And, oh, I thrive off of being a fangirl. So, I want to, like, cover some Dear Evan Hansen songs and just, like, live my best life. Even though it's probably, like, not my best life, because I'm anxious and depressed, but it's more fun that way. I just don't have motivation to do things when I'm not anxious. Like, literally, I enjoy things so much more when I'm anxious and depressed, which sounds so weird, but it's like the hobbies that I have come to love, I only have inspiration for them when I'm anxious or depressed. That's probably bad, but that's how it is for me. Plus, now I feel like I can just, like, manage better, because now I have, like, coping skills and all that stuff. So it's like I might be the same amount anxious or depressed as I was in high school, but I won't get to such a bad place that I was in high school now, just because I know how to cope with it better. Yeah, should I put this in my hair? Is that like a horrible, horrible mistake? But I feel like for the vibes I should. I'll put some in my hair, but this isn't gonna be fun to get out later. I guarantee you 100% I'll shower later and I'll still have glitter everywhere. I feel like this is a bad idea. Someone stop me. So anyways, if you've seen Dear Evan Hansen, comment down below what song or songs you want me to cover, because that's happening. I found out like a really good way to do it too, with GarageBand. That's what I record with. I found out, like, okay, when I used to do my covers and stuff, I would like sing it and play guitar, and that'd be like my bass thing to record off of. So then I'd go in and separately record guitar and then separately record voice, so that I had something to like a bass, that bass line thing to go off of. That looks really good. I like that. Now I'm gonna put these over top of it. But I found out that I can like input songs from iTunes into GarageBand and just use that as my like bass line to record off of. So I can like literally put in the actual song from Dear Evan Hansen and then record off of that and use that as my bass line, which has been really helpful. Because Dear Evan Hansen songs are very hard to sing because they're Broadway songs, and Broadway songs are like not what I am typically used to singing. They're like very chest voicey and like, you know, that kind of a vibe, and that is like not how I sang growing up. So I don't have a lot of experience with that. So it's good to have like a bass line to go off of, to sing with. And then in the end, you just like delete that track and you're just left with your voice and your instruments and whatever. So that's like kind of how I do it. But here was the thing with that. A lot of the songs are sung by guys, so they're like lower than like the typical range that a girl would sing. I have a very high voice. I cannot sing low at all. So I was like, this is great, but I like need to transpose it or something. And then I found out that you can do that. So now I just have all of these like tentative covers for Dear Evan Hansen that I have transposed and put into a key that I would sing it in if and when I cover it. Alright, look how, like, I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to use a white eyeliner because she doesn't typically do eyeliner. And I feel like a white eyeliner would look cool. This is from ColourPop. See, like, I feel like that's just, like, brightens it. I don't know. And then I need mascara. Okay, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Look how, like, good this goes with my makeup. My hand is, like, shaking as I'm trying to curl my eyelashes. I'm going insane from my anxiousness. Here's one eye. I think it's also hard just because I never thought I would be as anxious again as I was in 11th and 12th grade. So it's like, I just wasn't expecting it. And it was kind of just a shock of how anxious I could feel again. I've just been like hating every single mascara lately. I don't know why, I've just been hating all of them. Because I ran out of the one I was using, so I've been using new ones. I've just been hating them all. This one's from Urban Decay, the Perversion one, like sample size or whatever, but I don't think I'm a fan. I know sometimes you need to give like mascaras time to like dry out a little bit, but I don't think I'm a fan. Okay, lips. I'm using this color from Milani. She doesn't typically use bright colors, just kind of neutral pinky colors. So this is the shade Matte Darling, and I just really love Milani lipsticks. So I feel like it's one of those shades that it's like your lips but better. And then I'm going to use, this is my project pan. This is from Avon. It's just like a gloss. I know it's pink, but it doesn't really give off much color. And then we have setting spray. This is in my project pan too. Hopefully I don't just leave like a trail of glitter all around the house today, but really, who knows? It's literally like there's glitter up here from like the pressed pigment, not the pressed pigment, the loose pigment. There's literally just sparkles in like all of my hair, even though I tried to only put it like right here, but that's life. So now I'll just put on my jacket, finish up my look. I love this jacket so much because this is like my personality in a jacket. And I remember this one time I wore this jacket to ukulele lessons and my mom was like, Kylie, don't wear that, because she hates it. I think it's awesome, but I wore it anyway. And then the owner of the music place that I used to take lessons at and my teacher both complimented my jacket. My mom was very mad because she's like, they're just encouraging this. So this is my look. Sparkle jacket from Jojo's closet. My side ponytail and my bow. And my makeup, my rainbow. I love it so much. So comment down below, tell me what you're being for Halloween. Tell me what you do for Halloween. I usually just like watch scary movies and then film my look and then post it on YouTube. But let me know what you guys are doing for Halloween. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Happy Halloween. Bye!